You may be in your darkest hour. Know that night don't last forever. There's a morning coming in your life. Stay down till you come up. Stay down till you come up. Stay down till you come up.
So, this shit
Stay down till
crazy.
you come up.
You must sacrifice someone before you can achieve success. That's the harsh reality of it. We all get the concept of sacrificing, but there's always there's one step ahead. There's one thing we don't really understand, right? What is that? I remember when I was in that situation, I thought I knew sacrifice. I thought I knew, oh, I need to sacrifice this, that. But there's only one thing we need to sacrifice, and that's someone. We all know that person. We know them better than anyone, and it's the old you, right? That's the one person we need to sacrifice. The you that's not who you want to be. The you that's getting controlled by the environment. The you that's in emotional states in and out of them every time. The version of you that's not at your goal. The version of you that's sleeping in bed. The version of you that's not doing the work. That's not disciplined. That's not determined enough. Alright, by the way, bro. So why is sacrifice so important? We all get the concept all the time. This is one of the most talked about concepts, I would say. Why is sacrifice so fucking important? Well, if you look at it from a history point of view, it's always been sacrifice. You sacrifice something to get something else. You sacrifice something worse to get something better, right? You sacrifice a sheep so you can get praised by God. That's what they did in history, right? You sacrifice people. You sacrifice blood, animals. Now, why is it really that important to sacrifice? If we look at it like this, what's an exchange? What's a transaction? It's someone exchanging money, a currency, for value. Now, if you look at sacrifice, right? Sacrifice is you exchanging something worse for something better. So it's ultimately always a plus. You're always achieving something. It might not be that in the short term, but it's always gonna be like that. If you look at it from a broad, more narrowed out perspective, it's always gonna lead to something positive. Sacrifice. If you look at it and we all must sacrifice things. You all have sacrificed things. Especially if you're on this mission like I am, you're not gonna be able to not sacrifice. You can do a certain amount of exchanges, but then at the end of the day, it's one person you have to sacrifice, right? And that's the old you. That's the old self of you. The version of you that's sleeping in. The version of you that's not in the business level you want to be in. The version of you that's not excelling to the personal life that you want to be in. The version of you that's not in the mental growth stage that you want to be in. Mentally stable. All of these things, right? It's the old version of you. You have to sacrifice. I remember when I just started on this journey, right? It was so hard for me to do it because there's so many things that's tied back to it. If you look at it from it's not only you, right? It's the people around you. They keep you in this old version of you because they've known that you for so long, so they keep reinforcing that you might be whatever you may be doing. They're just reinforcing it. It's not only that, it's your habit, it's your mentality, it's how you think of things, it's what your beliefs are, especially what you have conviction in. Do you really know that? You know what you have conviction in when you don't really think about it, when you say I know it, no? And that was the hardest part, I think, in the beginning for me to, if I don't regret anything in my mission, but I would say if I were to give myself a better understanding of something, it would be this concept. Because ultimately, the sooner you can sacrifice that old version of you, the easier the mission will be, the more drastic it will be, the more growth you'll have. You need to adopt a mentality to really kill your old version of yourself. And that mentality includes being very aware of pain and pleasure, right? The exchange between pain and pleasure. So you see the people that don't achieve anything in life, they choose pleasure over pain. They choose short-term pleasure. It's always short-term pleasure, long-term pain, or it's short-term pain for long-term pleasure. That's the only way. You go to the gym, short-term pain, long-term, you'll be healthy. Longevity, you'll look good. You skip the gym, you eat a donut, short-term pleasure. Or you'll probably get diabetes if you continue. You get what I'm saying? So it's all around these topics. And the mentality you need to adopt is to don't have fear. It ultimately comes down to fear and your comfort zone. You're so comfortable in being that old version of yourself. You're comfortable jumping in and out of that, trying to be more, but still going back to that. Every now and then you take one step forward, 3 steps backward. It's all, you're in and out, right? The concept you have to really understand is that for you to even go through this, you need to adopt a certain level of fearlessness, right? Feeling uncomfortable. You have to be comfortable going into the uncomfortable stages of life, because that's ultimately where you're gonna grow. Because if it feels uncomfortable, it's because you haven't been there before. And how can you become someone you've never been if you don't do something you've never done? If you don't go places you've never been. You get what I'm saying? You have to really go into that. And this is not gonna be the easiest part. It's not gonna be easy. It's simple, but it's not easy, because it's all in here. It's all mentality-wise. We humans, we're so ingrained in our patterns, right? We live by patterns, we live by habits, we live by doing things a certain way that we're doing things. You need to destroy that and go all in on whatever it is you know you need to kill. You know what's keeping you away from it. And it's the old version of you. You're watching this, you might be feeling, fuck, he's right. Yeah. Fuck that. I'm gonna fuck that up. Thing is, you can't have hype. It's like, I'm not here to motivate you. I'm here to tell you the truth. And if you're gonna go through this and be fucking hyped and be like, yo, fuck, I'm gonna do this, in 1 month or so, you're gonna fucking lose that hype. One thing you have to do is turn this into into discipline and systems. Systems wins over discipline. You don't rise to your discipline, you fall to your systems. So you need to ingrain systems around this so you don't go into that, whatever it may be, distractions, whatever it might be, lacking focus sometimes, you know, going into these different type of, meeting these people when you know you have your mission to accomplish, like you know you need to conquer. And the earlier you learn this, the better. Because as soon as you can adopt this, and as soon as you achieve this once, trust me, there's gonna be multiple old versions of yourselves, right? I'm currently battling my old version of myself right now, right? There's always gonna be an old version of yourselves. That's exactly why we need it, because we need to grow. We need to grow all the time. If you're not growing, you're fucking dying. Listen, adopt that. If you're not growing, you're dying. That's as easy as it is. Because if you're not growing, you're staying fucking stuck. What's happening around the world is changing all the time. It's changing and changing and changing. And the younger you are, you're adopting this, the better. If you're old enough, you probably know this a lot, and you probably have a lot more wisdom than I have. I'm here to share what I know. I'm not here to be above anyone. I'm not here to stand and say you're bad. My main goal here is to tell myself, my younger self, what I would have done, right? My mission, I'm here to tell myself the lessons I've learned throughout this. And that is literally, sacrifice is the most important thing for growth. You need to be very comfortable taking these uncomfortable steps and staying in those uncomfortable zones until they become comfortable again, and they do it again and again and again and again. If you can adopt this, you're always gonna grow. You're gonna watch yourself in fucking 6 months from now. You're gonna be like, yo, who the fuck was that guy before? I'm not gonna say too much, but in a couple months or so, I'm gonna do some very uncomfortable things. I'm gonna take a lot of risks. I'm gonna challenge myself a lot, and you'll see. I'm leaving that for you to see. But I'm here to show that everyone can do it, and you just have to learn to be fearless and sacrifice that old version of yourself. So the only person to sacrifice is the old version of you, and whatever kept that person alive.
There will always be doubters and haters, but they only have the power you give them. Remain focused, move forward, and never lose faith in yourself. Until next time, stay in savage mode, because anything else would be too damn civilized. Peace.